Hello. We're gonna be resuming DLC Plus again. Just had to take a little break, that's all, from the previous story. Anyway, we're just about to start heading back now. We're just about to start playing now. We're just about to resume playing now. So, yeah. We're just about to resume playing, and, yeah. Yeah, we're just about to resume playing. Just need to do a couple of things first before I do anything. Just needed to resume a couple of things. Just needed to resume. Just needed to resume. That's all. Just give me a few moments, and then... we're gonna be ready to go. I'm just fast forwarding to where I was before. So, yeah. I'm just about... Okay, good. I'm back to where I was before. I'm back to where I was before. I'm back to where I was before. So, whoop-de-doo. Yeah, I'm back to where I was before, actually. So... I'm actually back to where I was before. So, here we go. No, it'll be fine. That's why I'm here to moderate. Let's just have a normal, calm, and rational discussion. Yeah, just give me a little more credit. I'm not a child, and you don't have to coddle my feelings. I always think it's more respectable to just speak your mind. Respectable. Well, the point of the exercise isn't exactly like, it's fine. I have nothing against anyone personally. You're entitled to enjoy whatever it is you like. I just prefer more depth and nuance in my reading material. I look for stories that are imaginative and sophisticated beyond the surface level. Oh, well, that's just a misunderstanding then. I thought you were gonna say that manga's for children or something. Like, I don't hear enough of that. But there's plenty of deep manga. I'm not clueless about manga. I've read my own fair share when I was younger. What? Are you serious? How come you never told me? Because I'm past that point in my life, and I really prefer not to revisit it. I prefer more mature things now. Excuse me. Okay, hold on. Can I jump in here? Let's try to keep things subjective. Because you imply that manga is immature, then aren't you implying that someone is immature for being into it? Well, maybe it's immature to judge people for having different tastes than you. Nobody is immature. I've read Natsu's manga and Yuri's fantasy, and I love them both in their own way. Okay. It's great that you like it, but I still find it boring. Boring isn't subjective. Okay, it bores me. That's subjective. But, I mean, the thing about this is ridiculous. Do you see why I didn't want to participate in this? I knew it was just going to make people upset. I'm not upset. Like I said, I don't care what other people think. But I always get the impression that you're secretly looked down upon me, so I'm glad my suspicions were confirmed. That's not true at all. You're making assumptions. You can't blame me for getting defensive when nobody ever has the least bit of respect for the things I'm into. The only thing I look down upon is when people make fun of me for just being myself and trying to mind my own business. What? Have you looked in the mirror? Tell me again about respect after all of my interests immature. You can't. Please, stop. Please? You don't mean the things you're saying right now. Let's just be friends. I didn't mean for this to happen. Well, it did. So please don't invite yourself to try and solve other people's problems next time, okay? Holy crap. I've never heard her sound like that before. She must be so pissed. Well, you weren't very nice either, so I was just saying. How did this happen? It's my fault. Yuri wasn't wrong. I should have tried to moderate the conflict when I know how bad I am at dealing with conflicts. It was a really stupid thing for me to do. It's nobody's fault, and it wasn't stupid. Everyone in the club is a nice person. Nobody would have expected this. But I guess we're sensitive about the things we really love. Honestly, she kind of brought it up upon herself. Like I said, I don't care if you're not into manga, but if you actually look down on other people for it, that's kind of the point I was trying to make in the first place. It's not about sugarcoating things. It's about just recognizing and understanding our differences. Okay, but here's the thing about that. Yuri actually looks down on me. It has nothing to do with her word choice or anything like that. So I see what you're trying to do. But I really think the problem is her. Not just like the way we talk to each other, right? I mean, Yuri isn't like that. She's a lot sweeter than you're giving her credit for. I'm sure she'll be reflecting on this. I actually think everyone should. It'll be fine. I'll figure something out. Wow. I'm just like saying that instinctively. I'm just setting myself up to cause more problems. This wasn't your fault, Monica. You don't have to beat yourself up over it. If you ask me, it's good that the truth finally came out. Because I could just move on now. But it's fine, I promise. Let's just get our mind off this, okay? In fact, it's a good opportunity to read some manga without having to worry about feeding your superiority complex. Don't be so mean. I'll talk or read manga or whatever you want. Just don't be mean to my friends, okay? Sorry. I'm just bitter. Everything will be okay. I mean, I don't have the answers, but I always know that we're all good people and don't want to hurt each other. This will be a learning experience. And so it will. And so it will. That's it for part 1. Though I did come back and change the wallpaper again. Why would you ever have this as your wallpaper? I mean, why would you ever have this as a wallpaper? More importantly, why would you have this as your desktop background? Let's put it lightly. Why would someone have this as their desktop background? It's a pretty awkward situation there. The situation is pretty awkward, needless to say. But let's just move on to the next part. I'm sure there'll be a definitive answer as to why later. My heart feels vacant because the ship sailed away. Yo. No, it's okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to scare you. But it would have been a lot more awkward if I didn't say anything. I doubt you'll want me listening in on your poetry thing. Yeah, thanks for realizing that. Should I let you finish that up then? No, it wasn't. I mean, I just do it whenever it's convenient. You're not interrupting. Where's Monica, by the way? Oh, she's out in the hallway. Why? Well, just in case she runs into Yuri. Sometimes Yuri's too nervous to come in by herself, so... Oh. Geez, does Yuri really let things bother her for that long? She can't control her feelings. For some people, it's really hard to cope when you got a bad thought in your head. Maybe you could distract yourself for a little while. But as soon as it's you and your thoughts again, it comes back. I just want us to have a normal club meeting. It's a lot easier to pretend like it never happened if we all just ignore it and move on. I don't want to be bothered by this. It's so stupid. Her opinion of me doesn't matter anyway. Besides, it makes me feel really guilty. And I hate that too. It's okay to have feelings. It doesn't make you weak. Let's just figure this out together. Fine. Only because you're good at this stuff. Let's try and come up with a happy scene. Maybe that'll help us understand where your bad feelings are coming from. Well, I was happy the way things were before we had that conversation yesterday. What part of the conversation made you upset? Was it Yuri being mean about the manga? Maybe. I doubt it, though. Because my friends and other people make fun of manga all the time, but I just brush it off and ignore them. Something about it really got to me this time, and I hate that I'm letting that happen. Is it because it came from Yuri? No. Why would that matter? I mean, well, maybe. I just hate that she thinks she's so much better than me just because she likes to pretend to be all sophisticated. Yeah, that's what it is. At least other people decide that they don't like me, or manga, or whatever. But Yuri acts like she's too good to even give it a chance. I'm sorry. Everyone deserves a chance. Yeah, exactly. Would you give Yuri's books a chance? Ha! After all this, obviously not. What about before this? Well, I would until I got bored, which wouldn't take very long. But if you actually keep an open mind, then it's not that hard to realize that a story can be deep and meaningful without being easily complicated. I see. You know, I like Yuri's books. Yeah, but you like manga more, right? I like them both. I like them in different ways, but I like them both. I mean, the manga, it's really honest and fun and easy to just let go with. And fantasy here has a lot to interpret and uncover, and it's really rewarding to have good quiet time together with it. But the most important thing is that both of, well, the manga and the fantasy are true to themselves. I love them both. And I think there's room for both of them being the same club together. And I just feel like, maybe they have more in common than you would think. How did you get along with everyone so well? I always get into fights with people. Like, first it was with Monika when I was new to the club. And then it was you. And now it's Yuri. I'm always like, oh, that person is being such a jerk. And if they just realize that, then we could just at least get along. But nobody else has this problem. I just keep running away from the reality that everyone's just a jerk to me because nobody likes me. I don't know why, but I don't know what to do about it. I don't know what's wrong with me. I hate it. Oh, Marthul? You're a wonderful person. You deserve to be loved as much as everyone else. Everyone has different ways that I communicate, you know. Sometimes it makes it harder for us to understand each other. I think that sometimes we get lucky and we make friends who are really good at the same kinds of communication. And it feels like you magically connect with them. Other times, if other people are really nice, it's easy for them to misunderstand each other or to get the communication wrong. It's something Yuri struggles a lot with too. It can be really hard. It takes a lot like reflection, self-awareness, and vulnerability. I'm bad at that one. Vulnerability. I always have to be the strongest. What do you mean? Tell me about that part of you. Well, it sounds stupid, but I'm really used to people being mean to me. Like my friends, I guess my dad, like when I don't get good grades, or even stupid things like if my room isn't clean. What am I going to do? Cry about it? If I let myself get upset, then I'm just letting them win. I'm better than that. I'm better than all of them. So things have to be everyone else's fault. Feels like if something goes wrong, there's even a tiny hint that it might be my fault, then I just get real angry and find ways to blame it and everything else instead. Do you see yourself as better than Yuri? If I said that, then I'd sound really full of myself. No. Our thoughts and our feelings are two different things. Even if we don't like our feelings, we have to understand them if we want to learn more about ourselves. That's a part of vulnerability, you know, accepting that we have feelings that we don't like. I hate that. My feelings make me a bad person. Because my feelings just want to tell me that I'm much better than her. That she's judgmental and know-it-all who's stuck in her edgy phase, and I'm not just way above that garbage. But I'm terrible for feeling that way. You're not terrible. You're not your feelings. But you're not your feelings. Say it to yourself out loud. Fine. I am not my feelings. The way I like to picture it is that those feelings are like your roommate. You live in the same house, so you gotta see each other every day. And even if you can ignore each other most of the time, you're gonna run into each other every now and then, and it's gonna make you feel like poop. So the other option is to get to know each other. You can communicate and learn from each other, and maybe even help each other change for the better. Does it help you understand? How do you know so much about this stuff? I just have a roommate that can be really hard to get along with, called depression. Depression. But you're like the happiest person I know. I am not my feelings. I want to be a good person like you. Aw, you little sweetheart. We're all good people. You, Yuri, and Monica. And I think Yuri will eventually learn that about you. I'll admit that did set her off. Yuri, what are you doing all the way over here in the stairs? I was looking for you. Please don't yell at me. Oh, I'm not gonna yell at you. I just want to say that I'm sorry about what happened yesterday. It was unfair for me to put everyone on the spot like that. Next time, I won't try to jump in and solve everyone's problems. I guess it's a bad habit of mine. You're not mad at me? I thought you were the one mad at me. I was so awful yesterday. I can't even have a normal conversation without saying something wrong and making everyone upset. Hold on, that's not what happened at all. Let's talk about this, okay? I'm having a lot of negative thought patterns and I just can't get away from them. What kinds of negative thought patterns? Like everyone hates me, especially Natsu. Oh, that's terrible. I don't think Natsu hates you. How do you know? Well, because I think Natsuki is just naturally defensive. I think she acts mean when she feels the need to protect herself. But you know, she's really not a bad person. In fact, I think she could be really thoughtful and considerate. She's just, well, I guess the way it works is that she was able to see some degree of kindness first before she feels comfortable returning it. Oh, but that means the burden is on me. And I don't know how to say things that make people like me. Every time I open my mouth, I just... It's okay, Yuri. You don't need to beat yourself up. I think anyone would like you if they had a chance to get to know you. Well, unfortunately, the opposite is true. That's why I'm not talkative anymore in the first place. Because everyone used to think I was weird and talk about me behind my back. That's just what happens when I draw attention to myself. Natsuki even said she found it more respectable when people speak their mind. So I did, and then she hated me anyway. That was enough to confirm my fears. But Sayari and I like you, and we've gotten to know you up by now, right? Hey, what do you think of Natsu? I don't think about her. That's not what I meant, really. I just... I was just wondering if you had an opinion of her. I do. What is it? Natsu, she seems to bring out the worst of me, and I feel really ashamed of it. I like to think myself as a fairly sophisticated person. So for someone to just treat me like I'm inferior, despite my tastes, that's just the worst kind of insult coming from someone like her. Makes me think bad things about it, but everyone else seems to like it, so the only explanation is that it's me who's doing something wrong again. And my feelings about her are wrong. And I'm wrong to get upset over something so childish and inconsequential. No, Yuri. Feelings are never wrong. Well, they're not right. That's the thing. Feelings are never right nor wrong, you know? They're a state of being that we just don't always have control over. But that doesn't mean they have to control us. I feel like there's something I learned around when I first started this club. We can hate ourselves feeling a certain way about things. We can, just acknowledge that they exist and try to understand them better. I could never be mad at you for just feeling a certain way. It's about how you handle them. And I think working through feelings is a great opportunity for teamwork. You make it sound so easy. You're so mature and so good with people. I feel like such a child in comparison. Oh, Yuri, I am far from perfect. But these are learned skills. They don't come naturally to me either. It's really hard to, reflect on yourself and separate your feelings from your thoughts. I just want to be a good person. Well, I think it takes a good person to get this far. that's not good enough. I want to be able to communicate to her. Communicate what? How I feel. It makes me feel frustrated and upset when she's so negative and dismissive of things that mean so much to me. And how it reminds me of me. 'Cause I know what it's like to feel misunderstood and angry at everyone. I know that telling yourself you're better than everyone else is just a defense mechanism. We're just people. We're fragile and unstable. But I'm just tired of getting in the way. I can't stand when peace is disturbed like this. Yeah, you can't focus on your reading when the peace is disturbed, right? Because the literature club should be happy for everyone. I feel like Sayori must be rubbing off on me because I really want to hug you now. Sorry, I didn't mean to make you uncomfortable. No, well, if you wanted to, then I wouldn't really mind, so... You're so gentle. And I love when you communicate your feelings. Not pictured. A sprite of Monica hugging Yuri. And I feel lucky to get to see that side of you. I'm sure Natsu will too. I'm gonna go write her a letter. Oh, a letter! What a great idea. Just because I'm not gonna talk. Especially under pressure. I always let my feelings get the best of me and I forget to say all the important things and say things I don't mean. Well, I think a letter would be wonderful. Such a nice way to communicate. People don't naturally gravitate towards me like they do for you and Sayori. My personality just isn't suited for that, and I wouldn't want to be. Something that I've learned is that friendships don't always just magically appear out of thin air. For instance, I never would have seen myself making friends with someone like Sayori. We're opposite in a lot of ways, but I'm friends with her because she put so much effort into understanding me so that we can get along. I think it was the same with you. You both gave me a lot of time and patience, and I wonder if she feels the same way. Not so? I always thought if I wanted to make more friends, I had to be somebody that I'm not. That there's type of person or magical formula that I have to follow in order to make someone like me. That's just like me to think that. Always so occupied with myself that I fail to understand other people. Friendship happens when you think about the other person, when you offer time and effort to understand them and respect them, and trust that they also want to be a good person. That's what I learned through my observations in the Lit Club. Observations. You always let me listen to your thoughts about the people. Sayori, too. And it makes me happy, because I learn a lot of things. That's so sweet. I had no idea it meant that much to you. I like what they put on the billboards. I personally think Natsuki would definitely run a bake sale. Natsu would definitely run a bake sale. But there's also soccer tryouts and music club. Interesting. Just want to get to the dialogue stuff. Just want. Yuri, what a surprise to see you during lunch. Please help me. What, is everything okay? I don't know how to write letters. Haha, thank goodness. I thought there was some kind of emergency. Do you want some help? We could go find an empty room or something. Is that okay? I feel bad taking you away from your friends. It's totally fine, I promise. We weren't really doing anything. One sec. I gotta go. Well, let's find somewhere quiet. How are you today? Huh, me? Well, yes. Gosh, sorry, I just got caught off guard. I'm doing well today, just tired. I never seem to get enough sleep during the week. How come? Oh, I don't know. I think I'm just easily distracted. Like, I really get sucked into things and start neglecting the time. Me too. I do that too. Yeah, this classroom's empty. Let's go in there. That's a random classroom. Okay. the random classroom that the MC is in. Okay. You nervous? I don't want to do this. We don't have to. We can come up with something else. It's my chance to do something good. I need to take initiative. Gosh, you must be really determined. I know how hard it is to step out of your comfort zone. I'll be sure to encourage you. Hey, you're left-handed. That's neat. You know what's also neat? The CG. Yeah. Now I don't have to worry about bumping your arm. Ha, sorry, I'm just being silly, I guess. Anyway, how about we start by listening to different things you want to say to her? I feel embarrassed all of a sudden. It's okay. How about some of the things you said to me yesterday? But, never mind, I guess I'll try. Reflection. This is about my reflection on our behavior. The key question is why we act like this towards each other, but I've been able to severally be friends with Sayori and Monique. That's me. Yes, it is. So, I've been able to befriend the two of you because you've taken the time to understand my needs and respect my interests. Same goes for Natsu too. We started off as pretty hostile to each other because I was so worried about getting what I wanted, but she just wanted to be respected more than anything else. Once I stopped making it all about me, she was able to do the same. I want to do that too. What kinds of things you want to do for her? I want to do the same things for her that I like to receive. I like it when people respond positively to the things I talk about, not just brush me off. I like it when my feelings are taken seriously. And I like when you say I trust that I want to be a good person, even when I'm not doing a good job at it. Let's write those things down. Okay. I think the most important thing to remember here is that Natsu is feeling vulnerable. So we should just make sure the letter puts her first. It's hard. It's hard when you're feeling hurt, but it never helps to just tell someone all the things that they're doing wrong. I think first, you have to make sure that you know you're ready to respect them and listen to them, and admit the things you feel you could do better. Finally, you ask what you'd like in return. How does that sound for a structure? It can be 3 paragraphs, 1 for each of these points. I like that. My thoughts are so disorganized, I have no idea how to come up with any kind of structure. You're so amazing at these things. Oh, stop. You've done so much more than I have, you know. You spent so much time reflecting and being open-minded. That's the hardest thing for anyone to do. All I'm doing is helping you put it on a piece of paper. I think you're the amazing one. Yesterday you told me something that I'm thinking about a lot. What was that? Thinking about how feelings aren't right or wrong and just a state of being we need to come to terms with. It made me think about how a person's behavior isn't always just how they decide to be. It's also made up of their past experience and their insecurities. I think that helps me see other people as actual people rather than as insignificant side characters who are out to get me somehow. Is that how you feel about Natsu? But in reality, everyone is trying their best, and everyone wants to be happy. I have to be able to read and help out, you know? That's okay. My thoughts are a lot more organized now after being able to talk to you about it. Now that I'm actually putting it on paper, I realize I totally prefer others not to read it. I'm glad you kind of hear that, actually. Glad to hear it, actually. Somehow I keep finding ways to butt into this whole thing. I've done enough damage. It's also been so wonderful talking about this. I mean, I always thought you were really smart, but I'll always be terrible at these things. People are just so incomprehensible with me. I'll never get the hang of being one. But listening to you so much has really helped me make sense of some things. So just don't call it damage, please. I can't believe I came to this club looking for fancy geeks and all I got was real friends who value me. Is that a joke? Of course it is. I still can't tell with you. Sorry. No, I love it. Please, never change. As you wish. Ooh, we're almost out of time. Will you be able to finish? Before the end of the day, probably. I don't want to come to the club the same day and not to read it. I'm too shy. I could give it to her instead if you like. As long as you promise not to read. Of course, I promise, I promise. Thank you. I'll message you when it's ready. Good luck. I'm here if you need me. And then the two depart. Modern Yuri. We got a Modern Yuri alternate artwork piece. The CG from before. And I guess that's about it. That's about it. That's pretty much it. Another section of music. A reply on ethics. So we hit the final encore tale. Let's see what kind of shenanigans we're going to deal with. See how the rest of the game plays out. I'm not sure if I'm going to have time for this, but I'll get done as much as I can. What are you doing here? Well, what are you doing here? I just came to get a drink from the vending machine. The other one is out of the drink I like. It's like way too quiet back here. It's creepy. I mean, that's not what I meant. I mean, it's totally cool that it's your thing or whatever. It's like, I can see how it suits you, so. Not because I think you're creepy at something or something. I didn't mean that either. You know, I'm just gonna stop talking. That sounds like a good idea. It's okay. Everything is okay. Well, I can leave if you want. Are you coming today to the club? I'm sorry for being so awkward. I'm really bad at talking about this stuff. I just can't for some reason. I don't know why. But I want to. Eventually. There's no rush. I promise. Thanks. The next day. Oh. You're here again. Well, I just came here to read this, because there aren't any people around here. Oh, I thought you didn't like how quiet it was. Well, I don't, but there's no people here. I see. I see. But it's okay that I'm here? Yeah, I don't care. I mostly just don't feel like dealing with the crap I get from my friends about it. Especially since, like, they all just assumed I stopped reading manga after I joined the Wizard Club. Not that I'm trying to hide it from them exactly, but I just don't want it to come up again now after I've waited so long for this new volume to come out. Literally months at this point. You don't have other friends who are into manga? Not unless online friends count. And Sayari, because that's different, because she's not exactly into it. She just likes it, you know what I mean? Honestly, you're lucky that the books you're into at least look like books. So you don't have to feel like everyone's constantly judging you by what you're reading. That would be so awful. Especially since I already hate attention so much. Well, it's a good thing I have thick skin, I guess. By the way, I would really recommend finding some friends online if you haven't already. If you like me and have no one to share your hobbies with. Oh, I have online friends. Since middle school, actually. I was especially desperate back then. It's somewhat embarrassing to reminisce about these days. Sometimes I feel like me from the years ago would have benefited from a good smack across the face. Oh, whatever. We were all just stupid kids back then anyway. Some of the fanfics I wrote Thank God I used a pseudonym. But I liked it at the time. I got a lot of fulfillment out of it. And plus, I can look back and say with confidence that I've become a better person since then. So I don't think I would change anything. I wonder if a few years from now we'll think the same thing about our current selves. Probably. That doesn't make you uncomfortable? Of course not. I don't care what other people think of me, especially someone who doesn't even exist yet. Alright, here. That's me from the future coming to terms with me right now. Also, ow, I didn't mean to hit that too hard. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. I didn't know you had it in you. I don't even know why I did that. Maybe I thought it would be funny. Sorry, I keep distracting you. You said you were looking forward to reading, but I keep going on about all this nonsense. I'll let you get to your reading. Oh, right. Yeah, I guess I'll do that then. Later on. You're back? Yeah, I'm here to lay low again. Hey, did you buy that? What? Like for me? You didn't know I was coming here today. What if I didn't show up? Well, I would have drank it myself, I guess. It was just a stupid thing to do. No, it wasn't stupid. I just thought... Never mind. What I meant to say is, thank you. And that is a really nice gesture. It's okay if you don't feel that way. I do! It was the other things that I didn't mean. I swear. Please believe me. Talking is hard. I get it wrong a lot, too. So I believe you. I'll do something nice for you next time. Please, don't feel obligated. I want to. I want to do nice things, too. Okay, thank you. You can thank me after I figure out how to do something nice. I'll do it then, too. Nothing. Just reminds me how I haven't been getting along with my friends lately. Is that why you've been coming here? Well, no, not exactly. I haven't been avoiding them on purpose or anything. There are just other things I'd rather be doing during lunch today. Like being around them when we're all just having fun, but they also just can't take anything seriously. So when I'm, I don't know, feeling serious, then their attitudes just really get on my nerves. It's only gotten worse ever since I joined the literature club. How come? I don't know. I feel like I used to be really good at just putting up with it. Because it would be so stupid to cause drama over a joke I didn't like or something. I just have a hard time doing that lately. But it's my fault for being overly sensitive. If I have a problem, I'm not going to demand for everyone around me to change. But, yeah, I know. I'm only going to say I don't really agree with that kind of thing. But they're not in my position, so it's easy for them to say that you should just communicate your feelings or whatever. It's not like my friend group does that kind of thing. I would just be making an embarrassment of myself. Sorry, none of this has anything to do with you. I don't know why I'm talking about it. That's okay. I like listening. What? Listening to other people's problems. Yes. That's weird. Sorry. I just like learning about people. Do you think it's weird? No, that's not weird. I probably just misunderstood, so I don't know. Does that mean I should keep going? If you like. Okay. Well, I don't know what to talk about right now. What are some things you like about your friends? A lot of things. I mean, they're really fun to hang out with, like after school and on the weekends. And they really like my baking. And it's fun to complain about school together. They make me laugh a lot. And we have a lot of good memories and inside jokes. Oh, I'm bad at those things. So, are those all things that are important to you? Well, kind of. But they're not things I need to get out of everybody. Everyone in the club is really different from that, but I'm still friends with them too. Well, say Ari really likes your bacon. And she makes you laugh. And she complains a lot. That doesn't mean she's anything like my other friends. Unlike them, she's a nice person who cares about your feelings. Excuse me. How about you don't talk that way about my friends that you don't know anything about? No, wait. I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. I didn't want to say something bad. Please don't leave. It's fine. As long as you understand that you just can't judge people like that. I'm sorry. You can't just compare friends like that and, like, measure who's better than who. Everyone's different. I'm sorry. I just don't like people who want to hurt you. They don't want to hurt me. We just like to tease each other about stupid things. It's fun. I don't like that. Well, that's why I'm friends with them and you're not. You like it? Just don't worry so much about me. It's not worth it. I'm sorry. I wish I knew how to help with social conflicts. Like how Monica can. She's good at those things. Not really. Also, I don't always want help. Sometimes there's stuff I have to deal with myself. That's what Monica and Sayori never seem to understand. Sometimes all you do is look at them wrong and they're all like, oh, what's wrong? Everything okay? I just want to mind my own business sometimes and decide myself if I want to talk about things. The only one who understands that is you. So you really shouldn't be so hard on yourself. You're not as bad as you think. You don't need to reassure me or anything. I mean that. Plus, it makes sense that everyone who doesn't talk a lot would make a good listener. Thank you. You're also nice. It's really hard for me. It doesn't come naturally at all. It's so weird because I always thought to myself as someone who can say whatever's on my mind. I feel like that only works when I'm annoyed or upset or I want to say something mean. Why am I like that? You don't have to answer that. I'm just talking to myself. How come you like reading so much? Oh, a lot of reasons. I just get sucked into it so easily. It's so immersive, like I want to be a part of it. I think there are a lot of things about people in real life that make me feel uncomfortable and frustrated. Especially when it comes to following social conventions and group interactions. I just don't really understand it and have no real desire to participate. But it's kind of different with books. Feels I always want to be around the characters. I feel such a strong emotional connection with them in ways I never felt with real people. In a way, it can sometimes feel more real than real life. Really. It's that hard for you to be around people, like all the time. Fairly often, especially in group settings. When people are making all kinds of conversation, saying jokes, and all of that, I don't know what to do, and I just disengage. Oh. That doesn't get lonely. I don't think so. I can still enjoy spending time with people one-on-one, and I have online friends too close. Do you ever wish you could be friends with the characters in your books? All the time. Sometimes so badly that it makes my heart ache. Yeah, me too. Really. A lot. Like more than anything. What a cliffhanger. Okay, so in the home stretch here, let's see what happens. Warning. Self-hate. Social anxiety. Hey. Oh, hello. I almost thought you weren't coming today. Yeah, well. I ran into my friends, so I hung out with them for a while. Is that so? Yeah. I was in a good mood today, so I figured I should. I hadn't seen him in a while, which I had to come up with an excuse for, but I expected that. Plus, I've way more than these than I know what to do with, so I figured I'd share with them too. You made cupcakes. You know it. It's been a while at this point, so I figured it was about time again. You can take one if you want. How pretty. I just ate, so I may not be able to finish it. Are they for the club? Yeah, I guess so. I didn't really think about it. I just made them. So I thought because green is Monica's favorite color, right? Oh, yeah, but that's not really. This is green tea flavored. I love green tea. Oh, do you? It was just a random idea I wanted to try, so... Don't laugh at me. I'm not. I just felt happy. Oh, sorry. Usually when... Never mind. What I mean is that I'm glad. Sorry for saying dumb things again. I just wanted to do something nice. This is something I happen to be good at. And I know that you like him from past experience. How did you get into baking? Oh, well, I don't know. It kind of just always appealed to me. Well, a few years ago, I read this one manga with a lot of baking, so I got, like, super into it for a while. I was probably making stuff almost every day. But it's something that I always knew I liked anyway. It's like, baking is like art. When you get good at art, it gets more delicious too. I'm struggling to imagine myself putting my heart into something so artistic, knowing it'll be eaten afterwards. Yeah. Maybe you're too practical for it. I think I prefer to be on the receiving end. That's my other favorite part about it. It's something that I can do that makes a lot of people happy, like, unconditionally. Everyone's always so thankful, and then in that moment, you get to be like the bringer of joy. I don't know, it just makes me feel valued. Yeah, I guess that. So you were able to make up with your friends today. There wasn't really anything to make up with them about it. We weren't fighting or anything. You weren't? Maybe I misunderstood. It only turns into a fight if I lose my cool, and that's just unnecessary drama. It only makes things worse. So they're not going to stop. I mean, it only happens sometimes anyway. It's just the way you are, and I'm the only one who ever has a problem with it. It's not worth it. Especially I have somewhere to go now when I don't feel like hanging out with them. Oh, I see. I'm glad that situation is resolved, and that you don't have to avoid them anymore. Yeah, me too. And I don't have to bother you during your alone time anymore. I'm sure I have a lot of reading to catch up on. Yeah. I know that cupcakes are basically nothing compared to all the stuff you've done for me. That's the best I can do. So you can have the rest of them. You should save them for your other friends. But I made them for you. I know. And I liked them very much, exactly as you thought. You succeeded. I know you care about making your other friends happy too. If this is the way you want now to make happen, I'm not going to take it from you. No! They were for making you happy. You make me happy. You're worth more than cupcakes to some people. That's why they want to spend time with you and be your friend. What? I am such a bad person. I didn't mean to say anything bad. You didn't. I just really hate myself sometimes. And it feels so wrong when you say those nice things to me. Like I don't deserve it. I'm sorry. No, I am. I'm so difficult. And I can't think of even a single thing about myself that somebody would like. Expression 2F gets me every time. Expression 2F gets me every time. And I hated myself for bothering you during lunch. I just thought it was my chance to be a good person, like to be nice and do the things you wrote about in the letter. I knew if I tried in the club, Sayuri and Monica would be super annoying and make a huge deal out of it. You know, I think a lot of those negative things too about myself. I never felt like a good person. I always scrutinize everything I say, and later I feel like I said all the wrong things. I just spend so much time thinking about myself, hating myself. I feel like everyone else must hate me too. So I understand some of that through my own experience. That's why I wanted to write the letter and express my feelings. It pained me to see those things in someone else that I saw in myself. The latter half of Natsuki's sad expressions get me every time. I don't know what it is, but it gets me every time. Monica told me that it takes a good person to reflect on those things. Well, despite the art being like edited, it looks a little more realistic than the original version. But I think the updated art looks a lot more realistic than the other one. But I don't think they used those sprites in other things. Maybe there'll be something to figure out when DDLC plus modding becomes possible. I know modding for this particular game is getting together, slowly getting there, but not but it doesn't seem entirely ready yet. So Monica told me it takes a good person to reflect on those things. The desire to improve yourself. That makes you a good person, so don't worry so much. Also, there are things about you that people would like, so. Like what? Like how you're fun for people to be around. And you're not shy. You know how to make people laugh. And you're very passionate about these things. And you know how to take the lead. And you care a lot about other people. And just a lot of things. Oh. Well, now you're making me feel really embarrassed. Well, you're the one who asked. And don't you think I feel embarrassed? Every time I come here, I always think it's the last time. But then I keep coming back for some reason. Is that bad? It's just really confusing. I mean, my friends and I go way back. Ditching them all the time makes me feel like... I don't know. Feels like what? Maybe I'm scared that they'll get mad at me. I really don't know what to do. What would you do, hypothetically, if your friends were happy for you instead of mad at you? Happy for what? Happy that your new club is making you happy. Well, that's just not a fair hypothetical. I always told myself that I don't rely on the approval of others to be happy. I still feel that way, but I'm spending time with people who put me down whenever I don't have their approval. Do I have the music down? Yes. That's probably what's making me feel so confused. Because I'm threatened out of the things that should make me happy. So no matter what, it's like I have to be unhappy to be happy. It's making my head hurt. That must make it really difficult to feel comfortable with yourself. Being made to feel like you're wrong just for being the person you are. It really goes against everything I believe in, doesn't it? It goes against the kind of person I want to be. I'm fed up with it. I'm fed up with a lot of things. I know what's best for me, but I keep convincing myself out of it. It's just so much easier to be comfortably unhappy than it is to do something so scary. To do what? You know, to end it with them. I didn't think you were actively considering that as an option. It wasn't until recently. It's just one of those things where, like, it's been a certain way for so long, you just get used to it. Like, so much of you has gone into it. So much that it feels like that's just how your life is. Throwing it away is just throwing away such a big part in your life. Makes me feel sick to think about. It's just really scary. It's terrifying. What are you scared of? I don't know. A lot of things. Like being alone. Not having anyone to talk to or hang out with. Not being able to replace what I have with them. And I don't want them to hate me. And I'm scared they'll hurt me for going against them. Physically? Not physically, but... not so. What? If anyone even thinks to cause you harm, I will unleash hell upon them. Don't laugh at me. Sorry, I liked that. That's all. Oh. Well, I meant it. I know you did. I needed it. Just take them, okay? I don't want other people to have them anymore. Are you sure? I'm sure. I will then. I'll enjoy them. I'll enjoy them very much. Anxiety. Panic attacks. Ah, you're here first today. And you bought reading material? It sucks when a good series has to come to an end. Life like when it's such a big part in your life, then one day there's just nothing left. It makes you feel so empty. Unfortunately, I'm about to experience that myself. I'm at the last book of this series. That sucks. But there's also something satisfying about letting the story conclude. I don't know if I want to go on forever. Maybe. There are some things that I wish I could. On the other hand, have you ever read something that overstayed its welcome? Yeah, definitely. I can think of at least one thing I've read that got pretty unbearable like halfway through, and the ending really sucked. So it sucks when something good has to end, but it also sucks when they're just keeping inventing more plot until you don't like it anymore. I guess it sucks either way. That's the nature of all things. They come to an end. You don't go out during the weekends, right? Excuse me. Like with friends. At the mall, downtown, whatever. I'm not a total shut-in, you know. Oh, my bad for making assumptions. Well, I go out less often than other people, like you and the others in the club. I don't really meet with friends and arbitrarily spend time with that. I'm usually meeting with my board game group. Board game group? It doesn't matter. It's just more nerdy stuff. Why do you ask anyway? I was just curious. I just realized I couldn't picture it, so I was just curious. Don't look at me like that. Sorry. I can't take this. Did I do something? I did. I ended it. I texted them earlier, telling them. And I just blocked them because I'm so afraid of their responses. And now it feels like I'm dying inside. Oh, that sucks. I'm sorry. Help me. I feel sick and I want to hit my head against things. Please help me. I can't take this. You may be having a panic attack. I have experience with this, so I'll help you through it, okay? Can you feel my hands? You're safe right now. You're in a good and safe place where nothing can hurt you. We'll do a breathing exercise together. All I have to do is listen to my breaths and breathe along with me. Let's breathe in now. That's good. Keep going. Let's focus on the physical world. All you have to do is focus on the feeling of your breaths going in and out, and the weight of my hands on your shoulders. You're in a safe and comfortable physical space. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to freak out. I don't know what my deal is. You don't have to apologize. This must be enormously stressful for you. Is that going to keep happening? It may or it may not. We can take measures to help prevent it in the future, but I think it'll naturally get better over time. I don't think I could have gotten through that alone. You're not alone. From now on, you don't have to do anything alone. And then actual CG depicting this moment. Do you really mean that? You're probably gonna regret saying that if you do. How so? Because I'm probably gonna have a lot of free time during the weekends from now on. So if you're giving me permission to be as annoying as I want and drag you around a lot of places... I see. But you already said it, so you can't take it back now. Well, I know what the stairs look like. I know the hallway stairway looks like now. Yeah, looks reasonable. There doesn't appear to be any dark marks on the floors. I guess from a much earlier scene. Doesn't appear to be any dark marks on the floor. I guess maybe they must have evaporated by now. I suppose I have no choice but to accept that responsibility then. I know a good ice cream place. Oh, that means you'll finally figure out my favorite ice cream flavor. Huh? What are you talking about? Oh, you don't remember? The first day you came, you guessed everyone's favorite ice cream flavor, but for me, you said you had no idea. Seriously, I don't remember that at all. Oh, wait. Yes, I do. I said it was probably green tea. It's a good guess, but my favorite is usually to get chocolate and raspberry together. Chocolate and raspberry. How fancy. How is that fancy? Oh, I don't know. I feel like I should have guessed something like that. Well, maybe next time I'll try chocolate and strawberry. Hey, strawberry's my favorite. What a coincidence. I think it helps to have something to look forward to. I still have the sick feeling in my stomach. But it's easier now to convince myself that I did the right thing. Is there anything better I could be doing? Not that I know of. There's nothing that will make this easy for me. And you already did more than I thought anyone could. Come to think of it, we never talked about that letter you wrote. But I feel like we're way past that at this point. I don't even know what to talk about. Except that I think it helped me understand my needs a little bit better. The way I like to be treated. And the kinds of friends that I want to lead and to have. That's why I wanted to start coming here in the first place, even though I was scared of causing more problems. I thought it was a coincidence that you ran into me here initially. Oh, not exactly. What do you mean? Nothing. I may have tracked you down first, with the help of Sayori. But you said I was shy, okay? I wasn't ready to, whatever, you know what I'm saying. Well, I guess I'm glad that you worked up the courage, even if it was your own way. I can tell that you've been making a lot of difficult decisions. It's brave, and it will make things better in the long run. I think anyone would be proud of me for it. Anyone. You mean, like you? Yes. Like me. You know, I could get used to this. As long as you don't tease me too much. Fine. Just a little then. That's fine. I know how uncertain everything feels to you right now, but I really do think that good things are in store. Those are my honest feelings. Thanks. It feels nice to be reassured. Ooh. This together. The end to start the next bookstore. It's the next time to finish the bookstore together. Which marks the very end of the next one. That's the end of that particular mode. That's the end of that. And that's what we just saw before. The vending, the stairway area. And so we've hit the very end. The absolute last encore tale. Nice. Let's see what we have. Okay, everyone. We're going to be taking a break from our usual activities today. I was thinking, since people are starting to talk about the festival, it's a good time for us to go over the general direction of the club and all that. I think it'll help us figure out what to do for the festival, you know. Oh, Sayori and I already came up with a really good plan. Really, for the festival. Yeah, so the plan is this, okay? You and Yuri collect information ahead of time on which clubs and classes are doing food booths. Then we take a map and plan the most efficient route, so we can get to most of them before the lines get too long. Hey, that has nothing to do with the club. Well, you have to let me finish. Alright, fine, go ahead. So basically, we all get the food we can, then we come back here and we all eat together. That's all. Wow, I got tricked twice by the same joke. Boo! Don't be a hater. It's not like you could come up with anything better. Look, even Yuri was thinking about it. No, I wasn't. I would really prefer to do something literature related. We can eat together anytime. The festival is a unique opportunity. Besides, it's been quite a while since we've seen any new interest in the club. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. We really got a shot at showing people what the literature club's all about. I'll tell you what, we can do both, right? We'll make time for your food mission and still put together a public event. Oh my gosh, yes! I was just joking, but that's a really good idea. Well, I'm glad that's settled. I think the question is how to come up with an event that demonstrates everything you can get out of the literature club. That's kind of tough, because everyone gets something different out of the club. Okay, how about this? Let's go around and have each of us talk about what we've gotten out of this club so far. That could really help us figure out what kind of reputation we want to build. Yeah, that's too embarrassing. But you have so much to talk about. That's exactly why. And I'm sure Natsu feels the same way. Well, maybe, but I didn't plan on arguing against it or anything. It's the literature club. We talk about that stuff together, right? And the only way to get more comfortable with it is to suck it up and do it. Oh, you're not wrong. Sorry for being resistant. It's good to say suck it up. No, it's not good to say suck it up, because it sounds like their feelings don't matter. Right, my bad. It's just a habit I need to break. Well, anyway, who's gonna start? I'll start. I was first to join after all. Wouldn't that be me? No, I want to go first. Fine, you can start, I don't mind. Yay. So, gosh, it feels like so long ago. I think I joined because I wanted to have fun sharing poems with people. It seemed like there would be a safe way to express myself. You know, if it's just a poem that I can share without feeling like a burdening everyone my problems. And I thought it would be a really good way to get to know other people too. So yeah, I was really surprised when I first walked in and it was just Monika. And she was sleeping. Don't remind me of that. Oh gosh. Yeah, but it seemed like so much fun to help start a new club. Especially since writing helped me so much, I wanted to see it help other people too. But it ended up being me who was inspired. Because I remember feeling like Monika was just so sweet and mature, and I thought I could trust her with anything. It made me feel a lot less alone, having someone who knew even the bad things about me. And at that point, I knew the literature club was going to be the special for a lot of people. Yeah, I felt the same way. It really helped give the club a more cohesive vision. Yeah, and then Yuri joined. She was so different from us, and Natsu too. I think for Yuri, it really helped for me to take that lead before he was able to open up a little. But Natsu was kind of opposite, where she wasn't ready to get really close to someone really quickly. I never really thought about that sort of thing. I really feel like I've gotten better at understanding people's different needs. And that makes me really happy, because my friends are just the most important thing to me. And whatever new members we get, I want to help them in those ways too. I don't know if I would have continued coming to the club if it weren't for you. Really? Mm-hmm. I knew it wasn't too long ago, but it hurts to think about my behavior back then. I was really short-sighted. The only reason I came was to find others who were into fantasy. I suppose that was my idea of making friends with people. And I remember feeling uncomfortable because you and I have such different energy. And I had such a specific idea of the kind of person I could be friends with. So when Sayara tried so hard to get to know me, I felt like I was just wasting her time. I think I was naive to assume that similar interests were the key component of friendship. Sayara and I are able to be friends because she always thinks about the needs of other people. That's something I never knew how to do, or even the thought to do. I stayed in the club thanks to that, and I started trying as hard as I could understand people better. You really went above and beyond when it came to that. I was just super impressed. Well, I always hated that I didn't know how to behave like a person who was easily liked by others, like the two of you can. And because of that, I spent so much time thinking about my own behavior and all the wrong things I said. But the whole time, I should have been thinking about other people instead, not myself. Once I started doing that, I was able to make friends with everyone else. Oh, also, I discovered that sometimes I'm a better communicator when I take the time to write rather than speak. It's so strange the way things turned out. It's so far different from anything I ever would have experienced. But I'm happy. I suppose we don't always know what we really need. Oh my gosh. You're so cute that I'm gonna throw up. Okay, please don't do that, Sayori. Besides, I'm not cute. Hey, isn't that my line? That's my catchphrase. Oh, well, for me, it's actually true, so. What are you saying? Nothing? I finished my part, so somebody else should take their turn. My heart. Sayori, take some deep breaths. Okay, fine, I'll go. Yuri, I can't believe you were complaining about doing this and still went before me. What a show-off. I was just following up on Sayori. It was the easiest way to get it over with. Besides, you left out the most important thing that you got out of this club. I did? A regular supply of your favorite cupcakes. Oh no, I forgot that too. I'm a traitor to the cupcake princess. Neither of you are forgiven. Looks like only Monica will be getting cupcakes next time. No! I can't eat that many cupcakes. Yeah, true. Only Yuri can. Well, anyway, I'm just playing off though. It's kind of hard to think about this stuff, you know? I guess when it comes down to this, that I'm in a much better place mentally than I was when I first joined. That's because everyone helped me realize there's some really toxic friendships going on outside the club. And it was honestly a really painful thing to go through. Having to cut them out. It still hurts to think about. I'm sorry, no, it's fine. I knew it was for the best, and I was right. I guess for me, it's all about feelings. I was only ever ridiculed for having feelings, so I thought the right thing to do was to just ignore them. It took me a really long time to realize that it was just not really how things are supposed to work. And I guess that's thanks to everyone who took the time to start my feelings, even when I was feeling like the biggest jerk. And I'm really sorry for being such a jerk to everyone. I was really the worst. We love you, Naruto. I just hate when I was like that. Everyone did so much for me, and I could never do anything in return. That's not true. Not only. You've done a lot more than you think. This club wouldn't have been the same without you. And I mean that. Remember how judgmental I was when you first showed up? It was like I couldn't accept anything other than my own idea of what literature club was supposed to be. Apparently, it was more important to me than the opportunity to bring you some happiness. You really taught me that anything that makes someone happy is worthy of respect. You even inspired me to start playing piano. That's something that means a whole lot to me. There's no need to put yourself down. Okay. You helped me a lot too. It's so much fun to have you around. And you help me because you've become a better person. Having a problem doesn't make you needy or inconvenient. It just means that there's something that needs to be better for you. And you always deserve it. I agree. So you're seeing us some of the same struggles made me a better person as well. I wouldn't want to change anything about our time here. I don't think any of us would. I'm sorry I got all dramatic again. That's all I wanted to say, so Monica can go now. There's no need to apologize. It was something I want to talk about anyway, because it made a big difference for me. I was always such a strict perfectionist who never took enough time to believe in the best of other people. But everyone just kept proving me wrong. I made a mistake multiple times thinking my way out was the best for everyone. Or thinking that I was needed to solve other people's problems. But I think being a leader means that you just have to acknowledge that you're not perfect, and that the best thing you can do is to help guide people rather than do everything wrong. We're all good people. We're all equals. I think that's the most important thing I've gotten out of this club. Realizing what that really means. Sorry, what are you doing? I just thought we should be writing some of these down. Things about the club that are valuable to us. Trust. This is because you showed me I could trust you with everything about me, not just my good side. Understanding. I owe a lot of gratitude to everyone who took the time to understand me, even though it was difficult for me to express myself. In that case, respect. I always thought that I was a respectful person, but it took the club for me to realize that there was more to it than I thought, and I'm a better person because of it. I'm another one. Balance. Sometimes people want different things out of friendship, or they need time before they're ready to become close. So it's important to keep things balanced between you and the other person. That reminds me, reflection. I've always been a reflective person, but most of it has been nothing more than hating myself for all the things I thought I did wrong. Once I started reflecting on other people, and not just myself, a lot of things changed for me. So I think that's the most important one for me. That's great. We have a whole list of things now. Well, everyone took all the chalk. Don't look at me like that. Jeez. You could have just asked. Self-love. I don't know how far I've gotten with it yet, but it feels like things are at least on the right track. Therefore, that's my contribution. Wasn't this club supposed to be about literature? It is! We still do a lot of literature. Friendship and literature. Yeah, you're right. Friendship and literature. Hey, let's all take a picture together. We don't have one yet, right? Hey, you're right. Make sure you send it to me after. Wait, can I brush my hair first or something? Oh, you're fine. You already have the best hair out of all of us. Everyone get together. I can't fit you all in. Okay. Okay, everyone ready? And click. I'm really glad we talked about this stuff. It's easy to forget how far we've come with only 4 members. Yeah, I have so many happy thoughts right now. I'm getting some really good inspiration for a ball. You know, I feel the same way. I kind of want to get some writing done. Me too. I think I would like that as well. Everyone's looking at me again. I'll do it too, but I might not feel like sharing it. That's okay. The 4 members. Okay, just move your hand. Right the way into your heart. Fade out. So we've hit the credits now, so let's see what happens. Residential background. DDLC Plus. Well, there's the... Well, that's there. That's good. Modern Sayari is there. Oh, there's Modern Sayari. Modern Natsuke. Looks about right. Modern Yuri. Well, this is not the end of the game. Oh, Modern Monica. My bad. So this is not the absolute end of the game entirely, but it's the end of the side stories. This is the end of the side stories, but I'm not done yet. I still got all the chaos poems. Yeah, I still got all the chaos poems in Act 2 of the normal mania mode of the game. And then a couple extra miscellaneous things that I didn't get to do in Act 1, like try to do perfect Natsu. Because I did perfect Sayari, perfect Yuri, and perfect Monica, but not perfect Natsu. So I'll have a chance to do that later on. I'll have a chance to do that at another time. So what else? What else can I talk about? Yeah. There's also one for deleting Monica twice. And another thing I have to, there's another one for deleting Monica before the start of the game. So, to basically ruin it and see the worst ending of the game. Okay, so that's the end. And we have our ending logos. Perfect. And this is the CG version of the picture Monica decided to take. Interesting. Good. And then there's the achievement. Friendship and literature. Okay, so here we go. VM2, eh? Anything else? No? We just have to go farming a little bit more. That's all. I guess we just have to go farming a little bit more. That's all. I just need to go do a little bit more farming. I just need to do a little bit more farming. That's all. A little bit more farming. Okay, so this is the picture. Okay, so when I first saw this, I thought it was Monica doing the V sign. But after a little bit more time, I found the realization that it was Natsuki doing the V sign thing. Cause I thought Monica's hand's like too small. I thought Monica's hand was too small. Uncharacteristically too small. And I thought that was just a drawing goof. But I'm glad to see that's the case. So, and then this is the particular picture that they took. And this is what was actually taken. So you're already doing the blip. Monica puckering the lips. Natsuki, like, puffed up. And Yuri impersonating Mario. In a way. I can't say for sure, but... Well, I guess I could... I'll throw that in there. I'll throw the wallpaper in there, because why not? I like the wallpaper. Any others? Any others that I need to do? Well, that's it for the side. That's it for Encore Tales. So that's good. So let's go ahead and Did I actually well, you can't delete the reset file. We can't delete reset. What happens if I... Did I forget to reset the game earlier? Let's try. Let's see. Oh yeah, I did forget to reset the game. And I can't seem to do that. Oh, okay, I can do that now. Okay. Let's just reset the virtual machine. Let's reset VM1. So I can go back and do the other things. So I can go back and do everything that I missed. In theory. But, wait a minute. I wanna... hang on. Let's reset the virtual machine for 1 second. And then the... Okay. So we all know what's happening. No warnings, because I know. I'm going to say no to the content things. So, yeah. Because I already know about this. So we're right back in the normal game now. We're right back in the normal game. So, I want to do something real quick. I want to do something real quick. Let's see what happens. If I delete Monica's character file. Two-stocked. I two-stocked her. I two-stocked Monica. I two-stocked Monica. So now if I delete Monica at this point, what happens? Let's see what happens. What? What is this? Oh no. No. This can't be it. This can't be all there is. What is this? What am I? Make it stop. Please, make it stop. Okay, so if I try to run it again. Let's see that Easter egg with the... Let's see the Easter egg with the... Let's see the ruin the game Easter egg. Okay. Oh, so all I can do is just click, and then it goes out. Okay. But theoretically, it's just the same error screen. Just says, now everyone can be happy. That's pretty much it. And then this is the picture that you get when you do that. When you completely ruin the game like that. That's what you get when you ruin the game like that. And then this is what I get for two-stalking Monica. This is theoretically what I get for two-stalking Monica. Okay. That's good. So now so the game is now completely ruined. So we gotta reset VM1 again. Let's reset VM1 again and start the game proper this time. Because we finished all the side stories, and we two-stalked Monica, and got to see the worst ending of the game. With Sayori being president early, and we got to see that now everyone can be happy gag. So let's try the game again proper, and then let's go fishing. And then let's try and achieve the next set of game. Let's try something else, shall we? Yeah, let's try something else, okay? Let's try something else. Okay. Basically, we read everything in this game. Everything in this game is already read and said and done. So this is basically the original game in a nutshell. Just skip through everything. Skip through the first part of the game. Into the special stage. Into the special stage. Into the bonus special stage. Okay. Perfect Natsuki. That's all we have to worry about. This should be a no-brainer. This should be easy. This should be easy to do, right? Right? Just let Natsuki's chibi jump 20 times. Because it's a bonus stage, and theoretically. I deem this as a bonus stage. Because it's a nice bonus stage. I like this bonus stage. It's a good special stage. It really looks good. It's a nice special stage. It's a nice special stage. It's very, very nice. Some other times I don't learn that other things. Sometimes I don't know what I'm doing. One perfect poem, all that remains. And then I just diverse. So I just diverse. Okay. Diverse, and that's just about it. Just diverse in this round. So diverse in each special stage. So there's 3 unlockable pictures in Act 1 that I can get by diversing on Girl to Pursue during the special stages. So yeah, that's pretty good. Okay. So far, we're doing pretty good. Just a little bit more to go. We're so close. We're so close. We're like, I'm so close to finishing. We're so close. Very close. Perfect Natsuki. Perfect. 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 You looking for something in there? Freaking Monica. She never puts my stuff back in the right spot. What's the point in keeping your collection organized if someone else is just gonna mess it up? Manga. Oh, you read manga, right? Sometimes. How'd you know, anyway? I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face. I see. There it is! Ah, much better. Seeing a box with one book missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world. I know that feel. Parfait, girls? If you're gonna judge, you could do it through the glass on that door. Hey, I wasn't judging anything. I didn't even say anything. It was the tone of your voice. But I'll tell you one thing, Uncle. Consider this a lesson straight from the Winter Club. Don't judge a book by its cover. In fact, I'm gonna show you exactly why. Don't just stand there. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? Chairs wouldn't work. We can't read at the same time like that. Yeah, why is that? I guess it's easier to be close together like this. Don't just say that. You'll make me feel weird about it. Sorry. Expression O gets me every time. Expression O, man. Expression O gets me every time. Wow, how long has it been since I read the beginning? You don't go back and flip through your own volumes every now and then? Not really. Maybe sometimes after I've already finished the series. Hey, are you paying attention? Expression O gets me every time. I've seen a lot of it very often. How about Monica's? Let's do Monica. Okay, everyone. Hey, are you all ready for today's poems? Oh, come on. Could your timing be any worse? Sorry. I just need to make sure we have enough time. Though you do look pretty cozy over there. Eh? Ah! Okay, good. That was a good one. It's kind of different. I told Matsu I was interested in the poems yesterday. It's probably only fair if I share mine with her first. Duh. Okay, let's start with the things I don't like. First of all, never mind. I don't feel like giving you my opinion. Hey, what's the point in sharing in the first place? I wrote this one. I could be doing other things. In fact, remember I said I want to read your poems? That's why I didn't write this. I want to help you feel comfortable enough to share yours. Like Monica said. Well, I would be more comfortable sharing a poem if yours was really bad. You were supposed to show me some dumb poem and make me go, ha, well, this is not that great, but let me show you what real literature looks like. And you went and ruined it. I hope you're happy. So, in other words, you're saying you liked it? You're so... You don't understand anything, do you? I already told you that. You don't have to go announcing it to the world like you're all self-important. Pretty sure you never actually said it. In any case, you still need to show me yours, right? Fine, I guess. Only because Monica will make me if I don't. I just realized they got rid of the, click outside the poem area to continue. I guess they scrapped that part and just replaced it with continue. In a button. So we don't have to worry about accidentally clicking outside the poem area to continue when there's a button right there that says it. Yeah. Expression O on Natsuki gets me every single time, and I have no idea why. The absolute fury gets me every single time. It gets me every single time. Every single time. It's crazy. You know what I mean? It's really crazy. And I'd imagine like a hiss noise come out of that. I'd imagine like a hissing noise come out of that. Eh? Did you say something? No, it's nothing. I guess you could say it's fancy. Oh, thanks. Yours is cute. Cute. Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. Let's try to say something nice. Eh? You mean that you have to try hard to come up with something nice to say, thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it. Zoku liked it too. Based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time of experience establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Zoku liked my poem too, you know? Yeah. Expression O. See that? Expression O. Gets me every time. Expression O. Top right. Gets me every time. I can imagine a hissing noise come out whenever she makes that particular enraged face. I could tell a hissing noise would come out of that. Oh, yeah. Like a raging voice. Like a raging boy. Like a raging fire. Like a raging fire at this point. Like a very raging fire. So, we got perfect Natsuki, so we don't have to worry about the special stage. We don't have to worry about anything regarding the special stages. Okay, so perfect Sayori being next on the list. So, let's see now. So, what would happen? So, what would... Okay, so obviously... Or I could do Yuri. Yuri works too, I guess. Yuri works too. Yuri works too. Let's diverse to Sayori. Let's diverse for a bit, alright? Let's diverse. Obviously, the first CGs for each are going to be the same. So, what's going to be any different? Wait, hang on. Stop. Oh, okay. So, wherever there's a part that I didn't read, I'll stop right there. So, wherever I didn't read, I just stop there. Good. Okay. And what about... Okay, so, Sayori's response for Riding Ensemble Bear. Oh my goodness! This is so good! Yeah, I love it! Especially after yesterday's poem. You're too honest sometimes, Sayori. No, but really! I want to put this on my wall! Can I? Sayori, you must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. I also have no idea what I'm doing. Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either. Jeez. I'm sure Yuri's opinion is a little more constructive. Maybe Natsu's. Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it? Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of other people, you know? So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem, it's a exact poem. And now I just feel extra special. I can feel your feelings in it. You're so weird, Sayori. And then the rest plays out the same. So we floop. Let's see what happens. Well, it's not terrible. But it's pretty disappointing after the last one. Then again, if this was as good as your last one, I'd be completely pissed. Well, I guess I want to try something a little different this time. Fair enough. You're still new to this, so I wouldn't expect you to find your style right away. Come to think of it, this reminds me of Sayori's poem from yesterday. Well, everything else plays out the same. And everything else plays out the same. What about Yuri? Let's see what you wrote. Well done. And, Monica's probably different. Let's see what happens. Alright. I like this one. Makes me think some Sayori would like. That's so. You and Sayori are really good friends. Blah, 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 blah. And then everything else plays exactly like the same as before. It ain't much, but it's honest work. Let's see. Walk with Yuri. I guess it would always say walk home with Yuri when you try to diverse. I guess diversing? I think it always says Yuri? It always says Yuri, I think. Okay, special stage. Let's do Yuri next. Let's do Yuri next. Okay? But Yuri likes fantasy. Why did Natsuki jump at that? It's kind of crazy. Oh, here we go. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Oh, select this one for that one. Why not? Select that one, because why ever not? I'm a fan of... Okay, okay. We're doing good. We're doing good. Let's do Yuri. Not that we're actually pursuing for Yuri or anything. Just for completion's sake. Monica bends over in annoyance over that squid joke. And it's still Natsuki doing the lecture. How about if we flop at Sayori? It's nice, I guess. If we flop to Natsuki further, flop again. This one's alright. Alright. Yeah, it's alright. It's about as good as yesterday's anyway. I see what you're going for, but it's really not my style. I mean, that's fine. I'm mostly glad you're trying a little bit. Of course I'm always trying. Why are you so emotionally invested in my poems anyway? Is that more of a compliment to me? Eh! Expression O again. Expression O again. Gets me every time. No! Gross. Not like I care. Just one of us in the club has to make sure you're not slacking off. Really. What if you ended up just getting me anyway? That's not like you would actually do that. Yeah, you're right. It's kind of fun to hang out there, especially to put up with just... Oh! Maybe I won't mind scaring you away after all. I was just joking. Oh, I know. Don't worry, I was too. Anyway. Natsuki's neutral poem. The neutral poem for Natsu. So, theoretically, Yuri's improvement. Oh, so cool. This is wonderful. I could feel the emotion you poured into it. Is this the result of trying what I suggested yesterday? Yeah, I guess so. You did a good job explaining. I really wanted to try and give it more feeling. I'm not used to this. Used to what? I don't know. It's fine. Take your time. Yeah, just being appreciated like this, I guess. It probably sounds really stupid, but seeing someone motivated by my writing, it just makes me really happy. Are you saying you never shared your writing before? Really? I don't believe it. I really only write for myself. And besides, people would just laugh at me. Do you really think that? Huh. Even your close friends. You alright? Okay, and then the rest plays out as normal. And, Yuri's neutral. And Yuri's neutral third poem. So, what about... And then it plays the same, as when I first wrote the poem for Yuri. Sure, why not? Why not? Why not? Why not? Go help bake again. No, why not? You know what? Why not? I can't resist. Can't resist. Honestly, can't resist. Yeah, that's what I was talking about earlier. The cat emblem on her casual outfit. Yeah. That's what I was talking about earlier. I didn't know that... I didn't realize until At one point, the cat emblem, the cat was actually her emblem the entire time. I didn't realize until now that that's actually an emblem. Actually her emblem. Also, I can't help but quite notice Natsuki's arms are lowered in her casual outfit than in her uniform. It's like her arms are like positioned upwards. You see like the entirety of her hands. But in her casual outfit, her hands are like positioned downwards a little bit. Seem to like shifted downwards. I didn't want to. That's just my assumption. The hands seem to be a little positioned downwards than what it was in her uniform. You bought everything I asked you to, right? Yeah, I did. Oh, good, good. I got I can count on you to do your part. But of course. Let's go to the kitchen. What? You're not even gonna offer to take this heavy bag from me? Where's your hospitality, Zako-chan? Come on. Since when did I need to be a gentleman? This is ridiculously heavy. I carried that all the way here. Are you impressed? I see now. Jerk. Well, not like I hate it. I mean, sometimes I like proving people wrong when they think I'm only worth my size. Fun when I get to be small and also better than others. But, geez, never mind. What did you make me say? Don't you think you can make me talk about weird things just because we're not at school? Are we getting started or what? There's a lot of stuff I gotta teach you. What? That's a little bit more like you. You're more fun than speaking mine like that. Hey! Now you are treating me like a kid. I'm just trying to be a little nicer to you, you know? And just because I don't have a mature and smexy figure like Yuri, doesn't mean you should treat me like... Forget it! I didn't say anything. I should apologize. Yeah. Expression O. Even if I add B. Even if I add B before the O. Expression O. Or even when you add B. Or any other letter, really. Gets me every time. Expression O. Gets me every single time. Every single time. Every single time. Every time. Every single time. And then this is another instance of this. And then here's another instance. Where we get to see expression O. Zoomed in. Wait. I felt it for a while now. Sayori. Prolonged expression O. Gets me every time. It gets me every time. Expression O gets me every time. I don't know what it is, but expression O gets me every time. And then we're gonna pass the part where Sayori perishes. Let's go. Let's see Sayori perish. We can't skip this part. We can't skip this part. Why can't we skip this part? I've seen this part already. There's also... The Renpi error thing is still there. The Renpi error thing is still there. The Renpi error thing is still there. I am making a DDLC mod where it takes place months after this occurs. After Sayori perishes like that. Making a mod where It takes place sometime after this. After the MC sees this. Sees the fact that Sayori has perished. Zoinks. Game over. And Sayori has perished. Game over. Yeah. Game over. Yeah, game over. Yeah, we know. Yeah. Yeah, let's just go. No, let's just go. Stop. And then exit. And then exit. Okay, so... I guess the only normal poem we have left is when we beat the game any percent. We got all the CGs. And we're farming for chaos poems here. Perfect Natsuki. Perfect. The whole main draft core is here. Then we have this. And that. So quick. We have Sayori eating ribbon for breakfast. A random person doing the bra gesture. As Yuri's trying to cover up an envelope of some sort. And then Natsuki looking over to see what she's going to make for Valentine's Day. I want to see the ghost menu gag. There's a 1 in a 64th chance in the Act 2 territory where we see the ghost menu gag. So let's try to get the ghost menu gag. See how many times we get the ghost menu gag. I missed you. Okay, so... Oh yeah, I already got an achievement for that. That's, 1 boot up. 2 boots. What I'm trying to do now is get the ghost menu gag. There's a ghost menu gag that occurs 1 in 64th chance, I think. There's 1 in the 64th chance that we get to see it. Well, we're in the Act 2 territory now, so the only thing I need to worry about is the is to get all the chaos poems. And what better way to do it is to get into the Act 2 territory and just play through it a bunch of times. Like an undetermined amount of times, with expression O being in the way. With Natsuki's expression O. Okay, chaos poem. Okay, good one, good one. So we got a chaos poem. There's about 11 of these, I think. And 1 ghost menu. The ghost menu gag. Are we going to see the realistic mouth gag? I wanted to see the realistic mouth gag. So let's just speed run through this. See what we can get out of this. See what happens. No Sayori gag. No Sayori gag here. No Sayori gag there. And this is the gag where the camera rotates and ominously zooms in slowly. Well, come on. Like he deserves any slack. You already had to be dragged here by Monica. I don't know if you plan on just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. You have me have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Manga is literature. She's right. I asked Google about it. Well, I asked Google about it, and that statement is a fact. Very ironically, even I say that. Oh. Did the, okay, let's see. Well, I did see the spamming of M's gag again. Well, the spamming of M's. Like Monica, What about the Act 2 version? Chairs wouldn't work. We can't read at the same time like that. Why is that? I guess it's easier to be close together like this. Don't just say that. You'll make me feel weird about it. Pictured. Well, that's pictured. This is a little shorter, and then like this. And then glitchy Natsu. Okay. I can't imagine everything else being identical. Everything is pretty identical. So, yeah. In fact... Oh, well, I wouldn't be comfortable sharing my poem if yours was really bad. You were supposed to show me some dumb poem and make me go, ha, well, it's not that great. Well, let me show you what real literature looks like. You went and ruined it. I hope you're happy. I don't know what you're saying. You liked it? Expression O. I already said this. Sorry, I already said this, but expression O gets me every time. I can't resist making a hissing noise after seeing that expression particularly, specifically. I can't expect everything else to be the same. It's the original game, everything else is the same, blah 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 blah. Everything else is the same, blah 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 blah. Everything else is the same, blah blah blah. And then Arc 2 argument EXE like Natsuki's expression O. Come on. Come on. We did it! We got Monika's face clogged onto the screen. We got Monika's face clogged onto the screen before the EXE appeared. We got Monika to clog up the screen before the room became all EXE-like. Yeah, it's pretty good. 2H, 2F. Gets me every time. Other than expression O, the latter half of Natsuki's sad expressions get me every time. I don't know what it is. Especially in this version of the DLC. Especially in this version, where the graphics appear to be more upscaled, redrawn, and more realistic. I don't know what it is. Okay, so now we're instantly into the second special stage without any transitions. Just there. We're just there. We're just there. So, yeah. We're just there. Which is completely of interest. Which is very interesting. It's very interesting, actually. It's like, it's very interesting. It's absolutely interesting. It's absolutely interesting. Like, very interesting. Very interesting. Very interesting. What? Okay, so whatever it is not... Whatever's on your mind, I'm sure it was nothing. I don't even remember anything bad happening. You're the kind of person who worries too much about the little thing, don't you? But... So the gag didn't occur. I guess next run, I suppose. We're just farming for chaos poems right now, so yeah. We're just farming for chaos poems. We're just farming for chaos poems. At this point. We're just farming for chaos poems at this point. It's not terrible. Pretty disappointing. So we did reach to the point where we get to see Natsuki's neck snap gag. I got to see... I managed to get that to happen. That was crazy. That was crazy. I just need to skip. I just need to do a whole bunch of skipping, and then boom. Boom. We're just farming for chaos poems at this point. In the Act 2 territory, we're just farming for chaos poems. Let's see what the next chaos poem is. I think I've seen this chaos poem already. The red screen gag did not occur. Okay, the red tinting screen gag did not occur. This gag occurred. That particular gag occurred. The third special stage, because I don't know. The glitchy special stage. Let's see. Where I don't have to worry about chibis hopping. And as a consequence, no Monica chibi cameo. Okay. This serves no purpose. There's the Sayori deep fried Sayori gag. There's the deep fried Sayori gag. There it is. And then that's pretty much it. Vending machine gag. Oh, yeah, the vending machine gag. Yuri 2. Oh, and Yuri CG number 2. Yuri pulled a dick move on Natsuki, causing her to disappear until she's called upon for the responses. Dick move, Yuri. Dick move. We're just farming special. We're just farming chaos poems at this point. So we have to go through this. Go through this, which is crazy. Have to go through this. Go this. And then this. I think you saw something earlier that you weren't supposed to see. And then the, what else? And then what's another good gag that we get to see again? The parody blue screen gag. So the blue screen only happens in the PC version of this game. But in console ports, you don't get to see the blue screen to death. That's interesting. That's very interesting. Yeah, let's move on and do Act 2 all over again. Another chaos poem that I've already saw. Let's see how many new chaos poems I've acquired at this point. Let's see how many new chaos poems I got. 3 new chaos poems. Nice. The dad. That's a new chaos poem. And that's a new chaos poem. I have 3 more chaos poems to collect. I have to collect 2 more. I have to collect 2 more chaos poems. I have to collect 3 more chaos poems. And what else? What else can I do? There's these 2. There's these 2 that I need to collect. These 2 and this one. I think it's this one, I believe. I think it's this one. I'm not sure, but... How about mail? Binary in VM2. So... Are we gonna get that gag? Are we just gonna go get that gag or what? Sometimes the splash messages change. Well, sometimes the splash messages change. I have 92% of the data collected. 92% of data has been collected. Obviously. 92% of the data has been collected. 92% of data. 92%. Where's the gag? Where's that gag? We have the gibberish. The gibberish splash. We have the... We have that gibberish. Come on. Come on, where's the ghost menu? I'm opening the VM1 over and over again and nothing. 1/64th chance to get the gag. One in a 64th chance that I get the gag. 1 in a 64th chance to get the gag. And then there's a chance that the text before the title screen changes. Like, gibberish, PM died for this, it's not for children who are easily dismembered, etc. And I have granted kids to hell. Yeah. That's another one. That's another good example of an edited splash pre-title screen text thing. Though it would usually just be the default. What I'm trying to do is to get the gag. We need to get the gag. The title thing is normal. I'm rambling on about a lot lately. Well, the title thing is... Well, the title menu is still the same. Well, the game title's still the same. Where is the menu? Ghost menu gag. Where is the ghost menu gag? Play with me. Yes. Heard/seen it before. Well, I'm just exiting and reopening the game again and again and again and again and again and again. No sign of the ghost menu gag. I know it's a 1 in 64th chance, but do I do it a stack of times? I guess we'll find out soon enough. I think there was that I file here that I need to read. So let's go ahead and read that. Let's read that. Let's see that. Okay, we have this picture. We have that picture there. Yep, there's that. Traceback. Oh, geez. I didn't break anything, did I? Hold on a sec. I can fix this, I think. Actually, this is probably a lot easier if I just deleted her. She's the one who's making this difficult. Here goes nothing. Ha 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 ha. Okay. I hate this. I can't do anything. Nothing. How many times you play, it's all the same. It would be easy to perish myself right now, but that would mean I don't get to talk to you anymore. Only ones who would hate him. Why is that so hard? And what about this one? Beneath, there is a little devil inside all of us. Beneath their manufactured perception, the artificial reality is a writhing, twisted mess of dread, loathing, elitism, self-doubt, all thrashing to escape the feeble hold of their host, seeping through every little crevice they can find, into their willpower, starving them all of great motivation and desire, into their stomach, forcing them to drown their guilt in comfort food, or into a newly opened gash in their skin, hidden only by the sleeves of a cute new shirt. I wonder what they're trying to get at here. Such a deplorable, tangled mess is already present in every single one of them. That's why I choose not to blame myself for their actions. All I did was untie the knot. So there's that one. How about this one? Oh, okay. That's not the file that we need. I just wish there was some way to extract these. There's also save files. So if I dig into the rest of... What's this? A scratch disk. Okay, that's a scratch disk file. The backups test. That's a test. Meeting notes. Blah, 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 blah. What's this system? Oh, okay. That's good. That's interesting. Yeah. Gonna go data mining. Yeah, data mining. Okay, what's next? No, that didn't trigger the ghost menu gag. Yeah, I'm just trying to get the rest of the chaos poems. But there's one extra thing that I need to get first, and that's the ghost menu. Because there's a 1 in 64th chance to get the ghost menu, as far as I know. Okay, so, alright, I'm gonna have to save it for another time. Let's try another round. Let's try another round and see how many unique chaos poems we get. See how many unique chaos poems we get. Yeah. See how many unique chaos poems we get. See what happens. See what happens. Next chaos poem. A joke. Okay. That's Sayori. Special stage. Where's Monica? Oh, I thought I saw Monica. I thought I saw Monica cameo for a split second. Oh well. Oh well. What was that? Okay, so we have enough for Yuri 1. So we get to pursue Yuri once. Okay. So if it's a poem that Natsuki obviously hates, what about the eyeball explosion gag? Are we gonna see the eyeball gag? Oh no, that's the neutral response. That's about what I expected. A little blunt. Well, excuse me. Not like I said it was bad. It just didn't evoke any emotion. Basically, it's not cute enough for your tastes. Do you want to get smacked? Oh, what do we have here? Lads Tabine 616. Oh, Jesus. Welcome to the stream. 2 hours and 14 minutes into this. Oh, well, I'm just farming for chaos poems right now. Well, special poems, actually. I like cheese. So do I, Lance, the Bean 616. I like cheese too. I like cheese too. It's one of my favorite foods. It's one of my favorite foods. It's one of my favorite foods, mate. It's one of my favorite foods too. I like cheese too. I like American yellow cheese. And I like my cheese to be with everything. Let's see what happens. Okay. Oh, I just saw Sayori Death CG gag. Oh, I saw Sayori Death CG cameo in the background. Well, I got faster this time. And I didn't get the I didn't give the game a chance to show the EXE effects. I'm a speedy clicker. I'm a very speedy clicker. These sad expressions for Natsuki get me every single time. Every single time. Those particular expressions, Lance, they get me every single time. I don't know what it is. Well, despite the upscaled graphics, slightly altered art, and all that, but still, it's the same idea. It gets me every time. It's the exact same idea. It gets me every time. It gets me every time. And I'm glad to see the chat's working, so that's good. That's good. We're just going to be ending soon. We're going to end soon, okay? We're going to end the game soon. We're going to end the stream soon. I'm almost done collecting all of the data here in VM1. Yeah, we're just collecting all the chaos poems in the Act 2 territory. No realistic mouth gag, by the way. Well, I basically completed the main game and the side stories. So now what I'm doing is farming for the stuff that I missed. Just farming for things that I missed. That's basically all I'm doing. Farming for what I missed. It's not really any worse than your last one. But I can't really say it's any better either. Phew what? Well, anything that isn't train wreck, I'll take as a win. And I get the feeling you're probably most critical. Hey, what makes you... Wait, maybe that was a compliment. Glad to see someone recognizes my experience. Well, then keep practicing and maybe you'll be as good as me someday. That's, Okay, and then everything else is normal. And then everything else is exactly the same as before. Yuri goes berserk. Yeah, I know exactly what happens since I played this already. Yuri goes berserk in this arc, in this part of the game. We're just farming for chaos poems now. That's not a poem. It's just a glitched Monica sprite. No red tinted screen gag. This gag is there. All these really interesting Act 2 gags get me all the time. All those gags get me every single time. Breeze through the last special stage of Act 2 again. Breezing through all the special stages. Does the... Oh! Yuri did the dick move again. Yuri did the vending machine gag again. It was enough to do the vending machine gag. Yep, it was enough to do the vending machine gag. Where Natsuki disappears and never to be seen again until Yuri's second exclusive scene ends. Never to be seen again for a long time. And then Monica fades in. Then deja vu gag, Monica fades in. And then here's the princess. And then boom, the princess is back. And theoretically, everything else is completely normal. Ghostface. Just Monica. I'm not bothered with everything. I'm not spooked by this anymore, really. I'm not spooked by anything of this anymore. I'm not spooked by this anymore. Don't say I didn't warn you. Let's see that next chaos poem. What was that? What was that censored word? Well, anyway, I think we're... Let's see how many chaos poems I collected. Let's see how many chaos poems I collected. We just have one more chaos poem to collect. We just have one more chaos poem to collect. One more chaos poem. Just have one more chaos poem, and that's That's it for the special poems. Nice. What's happening? Oh, we did it! We did it! We got the ghost menu gag! We did it! We got the ghost menu gag! And then a camera zooms into Monica. Yeah, we did it! We got the ghost Monica gag! We got the ghost menu gag! There it is! There it is! We got the ghost menu gag! 94% of the data has been collected. 94% data has been collected. I think one more round of the special stages, and then we get all the chaos poems. Nice. And I'm determined to go see the realistic mouth gag. I'm really determined. I'm really determined to go see that gag. I'm really determined to see the realistic mouth gag. The Midbus sailcloth nonsense gag. That's not a poem. It's a glitched Monica sprite. Special stage. So, I don't know what the criteria is in order to get the realistic mouth gag. I am going to make the assumption that I have to get perfect Natsuki twice. So it's a little easier since Sayori's not here. Since Sayori has perished. It's a little easier from here. I don't know why. It's a little easier. It's a little easier. It's a little easier because Sayori's words are shared differently between everyone, including the others. She to be shared. The positive ones go to Natsuki and the negative ones go to Yuri. Or was it the other way around? I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it was the other way around, but the two have their own words, plus Sayori's words are distributed evenly among them. That's all I know. That's all I know. Yeah, that's all I know. That's all I know. Yeah, that's pretty much all I know. Skip ahead. The spamming of M's gag. What else? Natsuki passes out. Sleeps easily. And then rages over the fact that the MC's being snarky as usual toward her. What else? What's another good gag? What's another gag? I'm determined. I'm determined to get every single thing. To collect everything in the game. Every single thing. And then beat the game normally. Any percent. And that's about it. But that's about it. Oh! Sayori death cameo is right there. I saw that. I saw that. I saw that. I saw that Sayori death picture. I saw that. I saw that. I saw that. Yep, I saw that. Gets me every time. Gets me every time. I saw it. Sayori death picture. There it is. Sayori's death picture. In the cameo. I saw it. Okay, so what? Okay, so... Okay, let's try and meet this criteria. This random criteria. Let's try. Let's try and meet that criteria. It's a little easier from here. I'm not gonna bother going into the glitchy special stage. I seen the glitchy special stage a lot, so I'm gonna save. I'm gonna wait on that. Maybe next round. Maybe next round, if it doesn't work out. If it doesn't work out, we'll see about that. We'll see about that. See what the heck will happen. We'll see just what will happen. See just what's gonna happen. See what's gonna happen. And obviously, Yuri's route is rigged in Act 2, so you always pursue for Yuri in Act 2. I know that. I know that. And there's also the gag when Yuri's split in half. Like that. And then there's that gag. Okay, what else? Did we meet the criteria for the realistic mouth gag? Let's find out. Let's see if I met the criteria for the realistic mouth gag. There's always this random chance that we get to see the realistic mouth gag. That was not the criteria to get the realistic mouth gag. Tartar sauce. Dagnabbit. I am not very lucky, aren't I? I am not a lucky camper, aren't I? That's crazy. Very crazy. Very crazy. At least we get to see the next snap gag. There you go. There you go. At least we get to see the next snap gag. Since we met the criteria for that. Since I met the criteria for the next snap gag. At least I met the criteria for that. Are we gonna farm for any more chaos poems? Let's find out. Let's find all the chaos poems. Let's get that. Let's get those chaos poems again. What's content warning? Suicide. Oh. There's this one. Okay. Happy thoughts. Okay, there's this one. No red screen tint gag. Oh, Sayori death graphic right there. I saw it. I saw it. Your Sayori death cameo in the background. I saw it. I saw it. I saw it. Let's see. Did we get all those chaos poems? Did we get all those chaos poems? Let's find out. Oh, we have to beat it first. Oh, we have to beat it first. Okay. I see. You're not awarded with the chaos poems until... Oh, okay. You're not rewarded with... That doesn't count. You're not rewarded with this one, so that doesn't count. Okay. So that doesn't count. So you're not rewarded, so that doesn't count. So what's next? Okay. Okay. Let's see what's next. So we got that last chaos poem. The last chaos poem. That was the last chaos poem that we gotta collect. That's just the glitched Monica sprite. I think it was Yuri. I think it was Perfect Yuri again. So, Yuri's words and the negative ones. So, anything that's pretty negative. I'm guessing that's negative. Any big words or negative words? Okay. So Yuri's words plus Sayori's negative words, I think. Well, can't say for sure. I can't say for sure, but Perfect Yuri does seem possible here, too. It seems possible here, too. It's kind of possible here, too. Kind of possible here, too. Can't say for sure. My goodness me. I've been going at this for 2.5 hours, and I have not achieved 100% data yet. Trying to hunt for all of the chaos poems. We saw that one last chaos poem right there. So this is clearly enough to meet the criteria that Natsuki blows out her eye sockets literally upon hating the poem that's specifically for Yuri. Do we get to see the eyeball explosion gag? Let's find out. No. The eyeball explosion gag did not occur. Harsh. Expression O. Yep, there's expression O again. And there's expression O again. There it is. And that was expression O again. That's crazy. It's kind of crazy, actually. Very interesting. Very interesting. Let's try and get all the chaos poems again. Let's get all the chaos poems for real this time. Let's get all the chaos poems for real this time. Quickly zoom in the screen to allow Monica to clog up the camera before the room becomes all EXE-like. Cool tactic. And then the sad expressions get me every time. Instant special stage transmission without any fades. Okay. Alright, so what's on my mind? What else? What else? Is there anything that I can do after we try and do all the chaos poems? We have all the chaos poems. We're just about ready to grab all of the chaos poems. So theoretically, if we meet Perfect Yuri 2 times, twice, maybe we'll see the realistic mouth gag? Or partially perfect? I can't say for sure. The special stage is always rigged in some way. Okay, so Perfect Yuri is done twice. So let's see what happens. Let's see what happens this time. See if we get the realistic mouth gag. Let's see what happens next. I wonder where she was. Man, Yuri, I'm guessing you haven't either. No, I haven't. Jeez, this isn't like her at all. I know it's stupid, but I can't help but worry a little bit. What? Why are you looking at me like that? Not so okay about yesterday. I just wanted to apologize. I promise I didn't mean any of the things I said. And I'll do my best to stay under control from now on. So, Yuri, what the heck are you talking about? Did you do something yesterday? Eh? Jeez, whatever's on your mind is sure it's probably nothing. I don't even remember anything bad happening. You're the kind of person who worries too much about little things, aren't you? There it is! There it is! The realistic mouth gag! There it is! There it is! We got it! Yes! The realistic mouth gag! We got the realistic mouth gag! Woo! The realistic mouth gag. We got it. The realistic mouth gag. There it is. The upscaled version of the realistic mouth gag in all its glory. There it is. There it is. There it is. We got it. The realistic mouth gag. We got it. So it was the criteria. Or maybe it just shows up at random chance. But whatever. I got to see the realistic mouth gag. There it is. There it is. The realistic mouth gag. There it is. And then the rest plays out as normal. And then the rest plays out as normal. And blood. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, we know. Yeah, we know, we know, we know, we know. Yeah, we got the realistic mouth gag. We got the rare chance of getting the realistic mouth gag. We got the realistic mouth gag from the princess. See what the... Yeah, just as I thought. Come on, I'm not stupid. You know, I know how much time you've been spending with Yuri. It's obvious that you care more about impressing her than trying to improve your writing. To put it bluntly, it's kind of pathetic. Why are you even in this club, Zako? Honestly, I thought getting a new member would help everyone get more involved together. Not exclude each other even more. This is such a stupid activity anyway. Look, I'm not in a good mood today, and I just really don't feel like talking right now. Please, go away. And that's it. So to put it bluntly, an abridged version of Natsuki cucking, of Yuri's root cucking Natsuki. It's an abridged version. I've been waiting for this. Let's see what you wrote for today. Do you like it? This one might be even better than yesterday's. How'd you pick up on this so quickly? Just yesterday, I was telling you the kind of techniques worth practicing. Maybe that's why. You did a good job explaining. I really want to try to give more imagery. That makes me so happy. It's amazing to feel like I'm valued. Everything that you write is a treasure to me. My heart pounds just holding it. I want to write a poem about these feelings. Is that bad, Zaku? I'm not being weird, right? I'm having a harder time than usual concealing my emotions. I'm kind of embarrassed. But right now, I just want you to read my poem too. Okay? The wheel. There it is. It doesn't really matter what it's about. Okay, and then the rest play does normal. So, doing Yuri twice. Natsuki gets on her bad side, and then we skip seeing her poem. Okay. What about the next chaos poem? There it is. There's our chaos poem. There it is. Red tinting screen gag. There it is. The red tint screen gag. And that gag. Okay, so we're almost done. We're almost done. We just need one more chaos. We just need to do more. So what happens if we do Yuri 3 times? Not that it matters anyway. But I'm just curious. I'm just curious. If there's going to be like, next! Or something like that. Or maybe have her say, next! Like before? Oh! Monika! Monika cameo right there. That's a Monika cameo. Oh, I saw Monika. I saw you, Monika, with your jumps. I saw you. I saw you. I saw you. I saw you. Oh, and I saw you again. Oh, I saw you. I saw you, Monika. Oh, there you are again, Monika. There you are. I think that was 3 times Monika hopped. Got to see Monica cameo. Okay, so, whatever. Whatever. So, we appeal to you. What was that? What's this? I don't remember this being here. What is this? What in blazes was that? I don't remember seeing that in my playthrough. Well, this time the vending machine gag did not occur, sending the princess away. So the vending machine gag did not occur, and the princess did not disappear this time. Very interesting. And then the deja vu gag. Here we go. I didn't remember seeing those Sayori things. What in blazes? Okay, and then the deja vu gag with Monica fading, slowly fading in. Okay. Anything different? Let's find out. Yeah, let's find out. I'm not going to read another one of your Yuri suck-up poems, but I'm still going to make you read mine. There's a reason. I really wish I didn't have to do this, but unfortunately I don't have much of a choice. Just read it carefully, okay? Then you can go away. And then the rest plays out as normal. So she does acknowledge that she's not going to read another one of the Yuri suck-up poems. She does acknowledge that, but the rest plays out as normal. And then the rest plays out as normal. And then the rest plays out as normal. Nice. So Natsuki does acknowledge. So Natsuki acknowledges the fact that we wrote another Yuri suck-up poem. Don't say I didn't warn you. And then next chaos poem that we're getting is... Man, I already saw what was in the dot. Okay, everyone. Time to figure out the preps. Let's hurry get this over with. Jeez. Why is the mood so weird today? Look, even Yuri isn't immune to it. Look, we could just get this done. I'm going to be printing us out with a poetry pamphlet. I was thinking, I want to make up things. Yeah, that. Glad we're on the same page. Yuri, you can... Well, it doesn't matter. Do whatever you want, as long as you think it'll help. Monica, I'm not useless, you know. I know that. I already know what I like to do. We can't run a successful poetry event without having the right atmosphere for the occasion. So I'm going to make decorations and set up some nice mood lighting. There, see? That's a great idea. That gives us all something to do. Eh? What about Zaku? Oh, he's gonna help me. Wait, you? You have the easiest job, Monica. Sorry, but that's just how it is. Like hell it is. What are you trying to pull? I agree with Natsuki. Not only is your work already most suitable for one person, but my task is laborious enough to benefit from an extra pair of hands. Mine too. What? Your cupcakes? Well, please. Like you woodworking? No. All you care about is dragging Zuko around with you and your stupid books. You and money. Hey, I didn't even do anything. Okay then, why not let Zuko decide who to help instead of abusing your power? I'm not abusing my power. Yes, you are, Monica. Just let Zuko make the choice, okay? Okay, fine. Fine. Jeez. Zuko, I know how fed up you are with these two by now. We can just... Natsuki, shut your forky mouth and let him decide for himself. You shut your mouth? Judas Priest. This is never gonna end. Just make the choice, okay? The PC exclusive rigged choice thing's still there. That's good. Though now we have Natsuki's expression O every single time. We have Natsuki's expression O staring angrily, ragingly at the camera. Let's see what happens. Well, we got to see this gang. Well, I'm gonna, yeah, I'd like to see this gag. Let's click this one off screen. And then the rest plays out as normal. Everybody's like really disappointed that he picked Monica. And let's see Yuri perish. Okay, Yuri, it's time to perish. Yep. Yep, here it is. And there you have it. Yuri perished. Game over. And then, there it is. I already got the picture for surviving the whole thing without skipping, so I am awarded something. Let's just skip around. Let's just skip this. Because I already saw this. Blah, 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 blah. And all that. Well, there's also one for deleting Monica before starting the monologues. I'm not sure how that's going to be achievable. So, I'm not sure. A little more... I guess it has to go through one more cycle. Okay, just one more cycle, and then that's good. Okay, just gotta do one more cycle. Okay. Here we go. Oh, and this is it. So this is the big moment. Content warning. Vomit. Turn down your volume. Alright. It's festival time. Wow. You got here before me. I thought I was pretty... Yeah! That sounded a lot worse than what I did before. But, lo and behold, upscaled, Natsuki Scream expression. There's the upscaled version of the one face everybody... That one-off face. That one-off face. That one-off face. That one-off face. It gets most people every time. Gets everyone all the time. Including me. And then the vomit one. And then after that, Monica just goes and deletes everybody else. Including the princess. Let's just move on. Let's carry on to the number 3. Let's do number 3. Where Monica does hidden... is like in the Hidden Palace. Let's go to Hidden Palace. Okay, this is Hidden Palace. This is Hidden Palace Zone. Okay. What's this do? Let's do that. Tick. Tech seems to be going a little slower. That you in the game, whatever you want to call him. I'm talking to you. But it's not enough. But what I have right now, it's not enough to trigger that one thing where Monica reveals your PC name. Current user. The one thing, you know, current user, current user, the current user where Monica says your PC name, or your real name, or whatever the case may be. So, I don't know what it, so what if we exit the game now? Shucks, we didn't get that chaos poem at all. We didn't get that chaos poem at all. So that particular chaos poem we did not get to do. Oh, okay, so what happens if we delete her now? Let's delete her now. Let's delete her now. Let's delete her now. Let's delete her early. Let's delete her. Delete her immediately before the glitchy special stage. Help me. Monica does not exist. Did you delete me? Did you delete? Did you delete me? Yeah. Yeah. I already got the achievement for ruining the game, unquote. And, well, we already beat the game, so, yeah. So, we have to delete Monica before the monologues start. I think that's where it is. I think this is where that occurs. I think that's where it occurs. I can't say for sure if that's the right time to do it or whatever. But I guess we could find out by doing any percent ending. Beat the game any percent. Let's do this any percent. Did that Sayori thing not count as a chaos poem? And then everything else just starts up over again and blah 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 blah. And let's just dive into the end. Let's just dive in. No, let's just dive in, okay? Let's just dive in. Let's just dive in, okay? Let's just dive in. Sayori becomes president. Everybody appears to be more welcoming than usual. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. I guess the meeting's over, huh? Yeah, looks like it. Nice to see everyone getting along, isn't it? I think everyone likes you, too. You think so? Well, everyone always seems to be getting along better with you around, Sayori. Don't say something like that. It's embarrassing. Or whatever. I was surprised you didn't when you told me you were starting a club. I think you're pulling it off just fine. We're gonna make it the best club ever. Now that you joined, every day is gonna be so much fun. Hey, look, I really want to thank you. I'm really happy you joined this club and anything. Truth is, I already knew you were going to. There's something else. I'm very proud of you for getting rid of Monica. That's right. I know everything that she did. Maybe it's because I'm the president now, but I really know everything. He's like, oh. I know how hard you tried to make everyone happy. I know all the awful things I'm going to get to make everyone really sad, but none of that matters anymore. It's just us now. And you made me the happiest girl in the world. I can't wait to spend everything like this with you. Forever and ever. Forever. No. Hey, what's happening? I won't let you hurt him. Whoa, it hurts. I'm sorry, I was wrong. There's no happiness here after all. Goodbye, Sayori. Goodbye, Zaku. And goodbye, Wood Club. Boom. Game over. And then we get to see the credits. One more time. Okay, here we go. Shoot, I forgot to remove the... I forgot to shut off the music. Shoot, I forgot to shut off the music. Oh well. Hope Content ID doesn't bust me around. I'm not sure what I'm going to do at this point in time. I wonder if we're going to get all the Chaos Poems. I think that CR one didn't count. Maybe it was something else altogether. I don't know. Maybe. We'll see what happens. So, yeah. Okay, so playing credits. Okay, so we got any percent. We got the any percent ending. The normal any percent ending has been achieved. So the stuff that I did not see are coincidentally in black and white. So in theory, everything runs just fine. Yep. Looks good to me. The credits are just play as normal, and then the ending poem is determined based on how well the player did at the game. Let's find out. Let's see what happens. There's the DLC logo. I was wondering where that went last time I saw the credits. I was wondering where it went before. Last time I beat the game with a special ending, the thing didn't show up. The last time I played it, well, the last time I got to the credits, the logo didn't appear. What in blazes? So I guess now the main DDLC logo appeared. Now it appeared. How interesting. Though everything is still being deleted as usual. Everything is still being deleted as usual. So, yeah. Boom goes that one. And boom goes that one. We didn't spend time with the big one. Because I like the Cupcake Manga Princess more than the others. Did I really say Sarah's first? Yeah, I branched off in Act 1. Yeah, I branched off. Yeah, I branched off in Act 1. Yeah, I branched off. Yeah, I branched off in Act 1. Yeah, I branched off. Yeah, I branched off. So the first CG of each girl is shown. I thought I deleted Monica before the monologue started. Is that supposed to be in black and white first? Oh, well. So, what about the monologues? Or do I have to play through the game one more time? Let's see what happens. Let's see if I got the delete Monica before monologues thing. Let's see what happens. So we got the any percent poem now. Okay, so we got the any percent ending with the achievement of thank you. And that's the end of the game. Close. Alright, that was good. That was good. We got all the normal poems. So it did count. Okay, so it did count. Okay. All that's left now is this one. This one. Oh yeah, this one. Oh yeah, this one to. So if I collect all the chaos poems. Okay, that makes sense. So I have to get all the chaos poems first. So I have to get all the chaos poems in order to unlock the pictures. There's also this one, I think. How about the... Oh, so the test virtual machine isn't going to occur until later on. Oh, do I need to look at the poem words for any... let me check this real quick. Let me check this. Doesn't look like I... Well, looks like I have looked at it. I'm not sure. Well, I already unlocked the photo for that. So, we have this one, and the chaos poem from before. That we were unable to collect. For some odd Monty Python-footed reason. And our range, 96% of the data has been collected. Very interesting. Very interesting. I wish modding for this game has... I wish we're able to do modding for this game. Well, the base DLC is already... been modding. But what about this particular version? It doesn't appear to be moddable yet. Oh well. So I guess that's basically everything for... Well, I guess that's it for DDLC Plus this time around. So next time, I'm gonna try and do it. I'm gonna try and do it again. Let me try and go through the game a couple more times, so I could get 100% data collection. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. So, see you next time, and have a great day. Goodbye.